Oh, 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 I died, I died, I died, I died, do, 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 I died, do, 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 do. Do 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 Oy 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 ay ay oy 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 ay 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 Doi 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 doi, doi 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 doi, doi 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 do do do, did I? Do 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 do, doi 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 doi, doi doi doi. I die, oh, Shavua Tov, Am Yisrael. Shavua Tov world, a new world. As many of you know, we were privileged to bring our precious son into the bris, into the covenant this past Friday afternoon. Absolutely beyond time and space. Not from this world. These are moments that no one can prepare you for, but you spend the rest of your life hoping that the heart remains wide open. So I want to sing a little bit and learn in honor of our precious son. Nachmen Shir Shlomo Katz. I was just visited by a dear friend, someone who I had the privilege of traveling together with to Uman, just him and I, for a Shabbos about almost 13 years ago. In Chodesh Elul's Parshat Ki Tetzeh. A few weeks before Rosh Hashanah, it's very quiet. We found a place to stay literally 30 seconds from the area of the burial site, right outside the tchum of the cemetery, the old cemetery there. And it was a Shabbos of bringing forth everything that was in the heart, putting it all on the table. Baruch Hashem, came back to Eretz Yisrael, and a few weeks later got engaged, or a week later. Well, ever since then, the light of the tzaddik that's buried in Uman, as much as it's revealed, becomes more and more concealed. Chidush k'maisai me'oila lo haya me'oila be'yadoila me'alfei oilamais shmoi ne'ela u'yisaken es ha'oilam ki ze kol ha'adam Ayudam beinu mekor chochma v'amar אתם כל החי עדייננו מקור חוכמה לא איש בני ישראל הוא איש חי נחל נובע מקור חוכמה. I traveled there with my dear friend Rabbi Raz Hartman. Raz and I have been friends for many years. He just came to visit and to meet my son. And Raz is also a very, very big Talmud of Rav Kook, which I wanted to invite into our journey of this week. The calm sweetness of Rav Kook, the holiness of the tzaddik, of the kohen, and talk about something that I think is very, very important as the days keep on going by and many people still, rightfully so, are wondering what is going to be. Is this the new normal? Is this the old normal? What's happening to my nefesh? Am I getting really tired? Die, 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 die. I died, oh, I died. Do-da-do-do, do-da-do-do. Die, 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 die. Da-dee-die, da-dee-da-dee-die. I died, I died. Da-dee-do, da-dee-da-do. Oh, ay, 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 I heard from Rav Weinberger Shlita that one time a Talmud of Rav Kook came up to him and asked him, Rebbe, why don't you just quote Rabbi Nachman when you speak? Because everything you say sounds so much like Rabbi Nachman's Torah, and I'm sure it could be found in the writings of Rabbi Nachman. So the story is that Rav Kook went to the window, took a deep breath, and he said, Ich bin Rabbi Nachman, I am Rabbi Nachman. So tonight we're going to be connecting those two lights. Earlier in the year we did a 4 or 5 piece series, I think, on the connection between Rav Kook and Rabbi Nachman. More than happy to share that with whoever would like. But I want us to get strength, a lot of koach tonight. So therefore we're going to be reading 2 different paragraphs that Rav Kook said 2 different times in life, 2 different periods. And I believe that they contain within them tremendous amount of strength, which we all need so badly. So the first piece that we have in front of us is from the Kvatzim, Shmona Kvatzim. Rav Kook writes, listen to these words. Ve'im ani chalash begufi. If I am weak in my body, ha'im tisbol mize gam ken nishmati? Shall my soul suffer from as a consequence of physical weakness? Ve'im elef pa'amim yitka'eni besari. Hayeduke mize ruchi? And if my flesh oppresses me 1,000 times, shall my spirit also be oppressed from it? Kook says, Halo malech chofesh ani. I'm filled with freedom. Sho'ef or udror. I aspire, I long for light and true freedom. ועם שאיפתי לחירות, as I sense a deep longing and a will to be free, כבר הנני משוחרר, I'm already free. ובמלוא קומתי הנני בן חורין, I'm truly, fully a child of freedom. This dance that we do in this world, friends, between the physical and spiritual, can be so confusing. That on the one hand, I know what I feel. I feel tired, I feel heavy, I feel dark, physically, right? That must mean that already dictates to me what I'm feeling inside. Rav Kook says, Ma pitom. Why should it be? It's true, it's not ideal that I should be weak, God forbid. And we'll see in a moment. On the contrary, you got to address that. But why do I immediately correlate the two? I can be stuck in such shambles. I can be chained with every type of physical oppression. And yet by wanting to be free, I'm already a free person. Halom malech chofesh ani. I'm filled inside with freedom. These are the parshiot we're learning right now about leaving Egypt and going to Har Sinai to receive the Torah. And our sages have taught us that since the time of Egypt, it doesn't matter how many more exiles we have to go through, or we've been through, we'll never ever be enslaved again like we were in Egypt. The enslavement in Egypt was, I didn't know that it's possible to think the way Rav Kook is talking over here. I thought that if I have an Egyptian slave master whipping me day and night, that means that that's exactly what's happening to my soul. I didn't know that it's possible to actually be what I longed for, even if my physical state is so far from it. And I leave all the analogies and all the assimilation, all the process of finding these words in our lives of Rav Kook. I leave it to you, because each person has their own little Mitzrayim. It can be a cute little Mitzrayim, but it's still a Mitzrayim. But something happened when Hashem took us out, which in a really beautiful way, sometimes in a pressuring way, doesn't let us fall into the victim consciousness trap. Because I am who I want to be. And we all want to be free people, which means that's who we are. Do not let any type of physical ailment dictate to you what's going on inside. So that's precious to know that that's a fact. But the shaila is, the question is, on a lamaisa level. How do I do this work? So wherever you are right now, and whatever you're doing, if you're with us right now, please, friends, for 20 seconds, please be with us more than you have until now. And let's just take a few deep breaths as we hopefully unlock a key. We have a key to unlock a door that stands between a beautiful, beautiful thought to a lamaisa, to an action. Remember how the beginning of every work is the ability for us to breathe. We can't hear any good news when we have this shortness of breath. Velo shamu el Moshe mikotze ruach. Rav Kook writes in another place, in the Kvatzim, like this. This is all under the not the assumption, but the emet that our bodies and our souls are all one. And taking care of our body definitely affects the way we feel our soul, and vice versa. That feeling of feeling choked, that anxiety, you can't even explain why. You can't put your finger on why it is that you don't feel the freedom Rav Kook spoke about. So listen to this. החלישות והעייפות הינן מבוא לכל המידות הרעות. המידות הרעות. Weakness and being tired. Being tired. Those are all entries for all bad attributes to come through. When you feel strong and when you feel rested, somehow all the other bad traits that could technically come up and arise, they don't have the space to come inside. But the chalishut and ayefut, being tired and weak, opens the door for everything wrong. Hen me'orerot et ha'itzavon. These traits, they wake up when you're tired, and when you're weak, sadness feels at home. Sadness is like, great, there's a place for me to finally feel at home. The problem is, Rav Kook continues and says, V'ha'atzvut doesn't show up alone at the doorstep. Ha'atzvut mevi'a et ha'kas ve'et ha'geava, et ha'kin'a ve'et ha'mastema, ve'et kol ha'netiyot hayoter shvelo. Kook says, when sadness shows up at your doorstep, because it sees an entry due to being tired and weak, like Amalek, ve'ata ayef ve'yagea. Amalek senses you're tired, you're weak, I'm going to come in right now. The problem is that you think you're just inviting you're allowing sadness to come inside, but really it brings within you, it brings with it also kas and gaiva, haughtiness and anger, and jealousy as well, and all of the lower all those low, dark tendencies that we wish we weren't made out of. Therefore, Rav Kook says like this, Lezot ha'hanhaga shel briut. Therefore, a life led by health, shel ha'ometz hagufani, physical courage. When I'm tired and I'm weak, and I'm sad, and God knows what else, and I have no koach for anything, get up and take a walk. Ometz gufani. When a person somehow grabs onto physical courage, Rav Kook says, this is called hi avodat hakodesh. This is holy service, holy godly service. It's not just holy godly service as you sit and daven and learn all day long. But when you attempt to do that which the body tells you it's not worth it, and And especially when you don't feel like it. If Kook says that's called avodas hakodesh. But it's not just about you. He says, be'ad haklal u'be'ad haprat. Everyone gains. Everyone benefits. Everyone receives light, inspiration, and a recharge when they hear of a person who has every legitimate reason to stay in bed and not move, but they choose to invite physical courage and get up. So we need a lot of deep breaths to remember this when we need to. I don't know, maybe you need to hear it right now. Maybe I need to hear it right now, but I'm sure I'm going to need to hear this many times throughout the rest of my day. But we have this, friends. If Kook is telling us you want to be a Kohen Gadol on Yom Kippur, call someone when you least feel like sharing. Take a walk when everything about your body tells you stay in bed. שבוע מבורך.